Look, we're getting towards the end of the year now, can you believe it? And the royal family is preparing for Christmas at Sandringham, with the festivities expected to cause some chaos among blended families and unexpected guests. There are reports that Prince William and Princess Catherine are preparing to make their annual trip to the late Queen Elizabeth's country estate with their children. Look, it's going to be a special Christmas, no doubt, after the year that many members of the royal family have had, particularly with the health scares.
Absolutely. And what I really like about this blended Christmas, is what some royal commentators are calling it, is the fact that His Majesty the King has invited his two stepchildren, Tom Parker Bowles and Laura Lopes, to Christmas, and their 5 children. These are all from Camilla's side to the royal family celebration at Sandringham here. So these are the children from Camilla's first marriage to Major Parker Bowles. So what we have is, we're going to have this real blended Christmas at Sandringham this year, with all of these other guests that aren't usually on the inner royal family circle guest list, so to speak. We've got these extended members of the family from Her Majesty the Queen's side being invited for Christmas this year. But what I think this really shows, it shows that whilst Harry and Meghan, and again, I'm going to bring it back to Harry and Meghan, because whilst this separation between Harry and Meghan and the rest of the working members of the royal family is there and stark, you know, we have His Majesty the King reaching out to the other side of his family, his stepchildren and his step-grandchildren, relatives that aren't blood relatives, and he's reaching out to them, again, putting on this united front as a family, not just the working members of the family, but actually other members of His Majesty the King's extended family outside the inner royal circle, so to speak. So I think this just makes it clear the separation between Harry and Meghan, between not just the working members, but actually His Majesty the King himself.
A longtime friend of Prince Harry has spoken out about the royals, labelling them as very dysfunctional. I think most families are. But a former rugby union player, James Haskell, who spent plenty of time with the high-profile family over the years, made the comments during an interview with the London Times. Are you surprised to hear those comments, Josh?
Well, yes and no, because I think it's kind of a well-known fact. I mean, all we have to do is look at Harry and Meghan to see how dysfunctional the royal family are as a family outside of their working environment. I mean, listen, James Haskell, he's not just a friend of Prince Harry, but he's well known for his friendship with Mike Tindall, of course, who's married to Zara Tindall, who is the daughter, sorry, not the granddaughter. Zara Tindall is the daughter of Princess Anne, the Princess Royal. So, I mean, James Haskell, he is absolutely free to speak how he wants to speak. I'm not sure if Mike Tindall and Zara Tindall would necessarily be too happy with his comments, but saying that, I think he is just stating the obvious, especially when it comes to, again, I hate going back to Prince Harry and Meghan Markle and giving them oxygen, but again, it just shows Prince Harry and Meghan Markle, he's stating the obvious. They are a dysfunctional family. Behind the scenes, we know that Prince William and Prince Harry have not properly spoken for years now. We know that even when it comes to events involving their late mother, Princess Diana, you know, they're not necessarily in the same room as each other, and Prince Harry appears via video link and vice versa. They're not involved in each other's lives. Their children are not involved in each other's lives. So I think James Haskell is kind of stating the obvious. I'm not sure it's that much of a big deal. Does it put things into perspective a little? Yeah, maybe it does.
Josh, I want to get your thoughts on something that's not royal related. A new Jaguar ad has been released and it's been getting attention for all the wrong reasons. People on social media are labelling it as woke. Let's take a look. Josh, it doesn't exactly show off the car and the car's features. What do you make of the ad?
Yeah, I was actually going to ask you, Gabriella, what do you think that was actually advertising? It's an ad that doesn't advertise anything. It's just promoting a brand, but a brand of what? As far as adverts go, they're meant to sell, aren't adverts meant to sell products? This wasn't selling anything. You know, I thought when I first watched it, I thought, oh, good, Vogue's released a bit of an edgy pictorial. Vogue's released a new ad. Oh, it's a very colourful, it's very flamboyant, it's, as the advert says, it's stay exuberant, it's very exuberant, but it doesn't sell cars. This is for a car brand that doesn't sell cars. And considering as well, the company doesn't really have cars in the production line, surely they would want to sell the cars that they have in the showrooms or whatever. All this will do is alienate the customer base that Jaguar are already known for. And then when you look at what they're trying to do with their brand, it seems like they're trying to target rich millennials or rich Gen Z, when actually most of millennials and Gen Z are suffering through a cost of living crisis. So the kind of Gen Z and millennial business owners, the rich business owners, I think it's a very niche market that they're trying to kind of look into. All will be revealed. We know that Jaguar have teased this big showcase in Miami coming up when Elon Musk asked, what the hell is this? But the advert in itself, I just think it's so stupid on so many levels, because adverts are meant to sell products, but there was no product showcased in that advert at all. All it was pointless virtue signaling messaging for a DEI initiative within a company, but for what? That's the thing.
Yeah, it certainly doesn't make me want to go out and buy a Jaguar. It is getting headlines, so maybe that's part of the point. But Josh Rom, it is so great to speak with you. Thank you so much for joining us on Power Hour.
Thanks so much, Gabriella. Love you as always.